live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, I know I'm a little late. I went to lunch late, but I got some time to give y'all some premium Dallas Cowboy content before I got to go back and get on that clock, man. So y'all slide on in, and tap in. We live in the liquor store. So, on your way into the building, though, I need y'all to do a couple things for your boy. First and foremost, man, I need y'all to hit that like button. If you hit that like button, it will manipulate this algorithm and more people will be able to find their way into the liquor store, right? So, that's the most important thing, getting folks in the liquor store so they can patronize. I can tell them hurry up and buy, all the other good stuff. Next, man, after you hit that like button, I need y'all to go out your way and hit that share button for me. If you hit that share button, you will notify everybody and their mama that the liquor store is open for business so they can slide on in here with us and get drunk with us on this Dallas Cowboy content. And then third, but not least, man, I will need y'all to slap the shit out of an Eagles fan. Because if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside of the liquor store. Right? So if you do that, you're batting 1,000 right there. So hit that like button, hit that share button, hit you a couple Eagles fans, man. Jameson Taylor, what's up with you, man? I see you tapping in with me, showing love. Sugar Daddy 1, I see you done slid into the building. My brother Emmanuel Thomas from Pine Bluff, I see you. Bruce got the toxic juice. He done ran into the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for the love and support. Thomas Garrett done slid in here, man. Brian Kite done slid through. Justin Kitchen done tapped in, man. What's up with y'all, man? Thank y'all for coming in and showing love to the liquor store, man. So really, man, what I'm going to do while I got you in front of me, Charlie Jones, what's up with you, player? I see you tapping in. So what I'm going to do while I got y'all in the building, man, I'm gonna give y'all updates on the Dallas Cowboy raffle, and then I'm going to give y'all my opinion on this CeeDee Lamb contract talk that's going around. Right? So everybody hit that like button for me, hit that share button for me. So go ahead and slap the hell out of Eagles fan so you can get your discount. And then also, speaking of said raffle, we're still doing the raffle until August the 1st. You got all the time in the world to get your entries in. So we're going to randomly select 3 people to win 3 different prizes. Right? We're going to randomly select 3 people to win 3 different prizes. The big prize is going to be a Dallas Cowboy home game ticket to see them beat the hell out of Philadelphia Eagles live and in person. And since the Eagles have not beaten Dallas in Dallas since 2017, this is going to be a surefire win, right? Second place winner is going to get a game ticket to the same game, but for standing room general admission. So you can still rock out, enjoy the game, wild out. And then the third place winner is either going to get the PlayStation 4 or they will get a Dallas Cowboy jersey of their choice. So, those are your options. If any of that interests you, all you got to do is either send $10 to the Cash App, or you can send $10 through Super Chat or $10 through a Super Sticker. And all of them count towards your raffle entries. And we will shut it down on the 1st, and we will announce the winner on the 2nd of August. So thank y'all for all the love and the support that y'all shown. And, let's go ahead and jump into the content, man. So first and foremost, in regards to the raffle, let me go ahead and get y'all some updates. I know a lot of y'all in the building have already participated, so I want to let y'all know where y'all stand right now. I just want to let y'all know where y'all stand right now. So let's see. So right now, Mickey has 8. So Mickey, you're somewhere out in the world. You got 8 entries. Salute to you. Dwayne Brown, you have 10 entries. Salute to you. What's up with your Freight Train? I see you. Hey, what's going on right now, Freight Train? We are giving an update on the raffle entries, and then I'm going to jump into this content about CeeDee Lamb and his impending contract. So, Dwayne Brown, you have 10. Salute to you. My brother Blake, it's too easy. You got 4 of them things, so salute to you. Let's see. Brian Kite, you are $5 away from getting an entry. Right now, you have 5. You sent $5 before, so another $5 to get you a full entry. What's up, Too Easy? Salute to you. If you just came in, I was giving the updates on the raffle. You have 4, Blake. You have 4. All right, Hoodlum, you have a singular entry, so salute to you. Miss Sharon Bell, you have an entry as well. Salute to you. My brother DC for Life, Texas. You have 9 of them things. So salute to you. My boy Neil, the serial slapper, because he come in the liquor store every day saying he's done slapped the shit out about 12 of them boys. No, Jameson Taylor, you have not sent any money yet. It's $10 per entry. So when you seeing, I will add you in there, but it's no stress, no pressure. Once you send it in, you have your entry, and then of course we're doing it all the way to August. You got all the time in the world, my guy. So don't even trip. Oh, you good, man? Don't trip. Stephen Jones, this freight train, ain't it? Freight train, yeah. So freight train, you just sent 2 entries. So salute to you. So let me go ahead and add you in here. OG Freight Train. Got 2 additional ones. Okay. So let's see. The Lunatic is in here, man. It's good, James. It's gonna be all good. The Lunatic, you have a singular entry. So salute to you. Dunny Holmes has 4 of them things, man. So Dunny Holmes, wherever you're at in the world, you got 4 of them raffle entries. So salute to you. Let's see. Taiwan, you have 3 of them things. So salute to you. Crystal has a singular entry. So salute to her. Josie Guetes, and God forgive me if I butcher your name. I'm trying everything in my power to pronounce this right, but you also have 1. So salute to you. My brother King G has 3 of them things. So King G, I know you'll probably be sliding in here. We black, we on color folks time. You will be a couple minutes late, but I know you'll be here. So if you're out there in the world, my guy, you got 3 entries. Michael Atri, you got 3 of them things, man. So salute to you. You a triple threat out here. VA Rasta X is our leader right now. He has 17 entries. So salute to you. Oh, you have the best odds of winning the grand prize. The grand prize being that Dallas Cowboy ticket with the seat attached to it. My brother Big Benny Rich has an entry. So salute to you. Justin Kitchen, my guy, been showing love on Facebook and part of the Wrench Game on YouTube. He currently has 3 entries. So salute to him. Sugar Daddy 1. Right. So you a real Cowboys fan if I say your whole name and your name Sugar Daddy. So you got yourself an entry, my guy. So salute to you. Damn Dizzle. The Damn Dizzle has an entry. Hey, what's up with you, Miss So Over it? I see you sliding in. Thank you for tapping in. Big Dow, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. You got an entry. Hey, Miss Regina, how are you doing today? Right now, I'm just reading off all these raffle entries so far. Let's see. JJ the Mind. Right, he ain't got words for no Eagles fan. He a mind, man. Hey, he got 2 entries. Wanda has an entry, so salute to her. Miss Salter has 2 entries. Then my brother S.A. Richburg, has the second best odds of winning this the grand prize. He has 15 entries. Mucho Boomin has 2 entries. David Sorrells has 2 entries. Dwayne Morris has 2 entries. Triple D, you got a singular entry. So salute to you for your love and support. Mr. Melvin Brownlee, you got 4 of them things, man. So that's not a triple threat. That's you quadruple your odds of winning the grand prize. So salute to you. J Money, right? Big Baller, got 2 of them. Miss Marquetta has 2 of them. Big Tex has 1. Miss Regina Green, you have 1. Choctaw Montana from East Atlanta. I don't know. I'm just meddling. But Choctaw, you got 1. My brother Jose Banks, you got 2 of them things, man. My guy, the Original People, has 3. NFZ, next time you slide in the chat, my brother, I need you to put 6 of those things, man. Put 6 of those stars in, because we're going to win 6 championships. So this 6th championship, go ahead, put the 6 star for that 6th championship we're going to win. Right? So NFZ, you got an entry. Miss Donna, you be popping in and out, so I don't know where you at in the world, but you got 2 of them. Reggie, You got 3 of them things, man. Kevin Richards has 2. My guy Matt Leslie, you have 3 of them things. And then, of course, Freight Train, you just sent your 2. So that is the current standings for the Dallas Cowboy ticket raffle. We'll be doing this all the way up to August the 1st. That's the last day to get your entries in. And again, grand prize is a Dallas Cowboy home game ticket against the Eagles with a seat attached to it. Second place winner is going to get a ticket to the same game for general admission in standing room area, so you can still go in there and thug it out. Third place winner is going to get a PlayStation 4 or a Dallas Cowboy jersey of their choice. There you go, Mickey. You put 6 championships in there because we're going to win 6 championships. So salute to you and thank you for sliding in and showing love. And I don't know if you were in here when I was going through where everybody stands so far with the raffle. You currently have 8 entries, Mickey. So salute to you. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I gave y'all your updates on the raffle. Let's talk about some Dallas Cowboy content. And it only took 11 minutes to get through all the introductions, the raffles. So I think we're making good time. So this is what I wanted to talk about. So we're talking about paying an all-pro wide receiver and actually paying him market value. I think I might be dreaming. Hey, you're welcome anytime, Miss Mickey. So I think we might be dreaming, right? Because, we have been conditioned as Dallas Cowboys fans, to think about terms like pie. I think we're the only fan base that can calculate the salary cap, right? Every other franchise, they probably, think money grows on trees. Their guys can go out and sign anybody under the sun. We are probably the only fan base, that have been conditioned to actually think about the salary cap, instead of actually getting good talent. But the Dallas Cowboys have changed their tune somewhat. They have been talking about willingly paying their best players, their most productive players. And, this is part of that new trend. So the Cowboys are currently projected. They are currently projected to sign Pro Bowl wide receiver CeeDee Lamb to a contract worth $25 to $30 million. And that is coming from, OG John Machado. If you do not follow him on social media or Twitter, you should. He's a very good insider, very good reporter. I have not shared any of his content that had not came to fruition. So, he's a good follow. You should check him out. Hey, what's up with you, Jose Banks? Salute to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. I don't know if you were in here when I was giving the updates on the raffle, but Jose, you have 2 entries. So you have 2 entries to get the Dallas Cowboy game ticket. So salute to you. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the ideology behind this. Because other teams like the Minnesota Vikings are talking about holding up and paying their all-pro wide receiver, the Dallas Cowboys are actually in a premier situation. They can reset the market with CeeDee Lamb, and he will not even be the highest paid wide receiver, for a full calendar year properly. If they go ahead and pay CeeDee Lamb now, right? If they do not hesitate and they go ahead and give CeeDee Lamb a contract now, you will not only beat Justin Jefferson to the table, who was considered the best young wide receiver in the National Football League, had made numerous Pro Bowl selections, was Offensive Player of the Year, had over 1,800 yards receiving. You can properly enumerate CeeDee Lamb right now before that man resets the entire wide receiving market. Because when he comes up, he is definitely going to be a $30 million wide receiver. If Tyreek Hill can get $30 million, Justin Jefferson, in order to stay in that franchise that's going through a full rebuild, not trying to bring back Kirk Cousins, letting a lot of their veteran players walk, in order to entice him to stay and be a part of that rebuild, they are going to probably give him over $30 million, if we're being completely honest. So the Dallas Cowboys, right now, you can give CeeDee Lamb a market value contract and not have to worry about the long-term ramifications. You don't have to worry about getting to the table before these other guys, because because there are 2 other guys coming up that are going to reset the wide receiver market. We know it's Jamar Chase, who has proven to be one of the better wide receivers in the National Football League up to this point. And then of course it's also, Justin Jefferson, who we just talked about. So the fact that the Dallas Cowboys are in a rare situation where they can leapfrog both of those guys, get to the negotiation table, get a deal done, get your player properly enumerated without the market skyrocketing again, you're in a very good situation to get this done. Right? So mindset wise, it's the right thing to do. Now, I also want to just point this out. There may not be a lot of people that think it, but just in case there are people thinking this, I want to go ahead and say this. CeeDee Lamb has earned every penny that he is going to get from the Dallas Cowboys. Can we all agree on that? CeeDee Lamb has earned every red cent that he is going to get from the Dallas Cowboys. When you just sit back and you look at what he's accomplished, not having his star quarterback for 17 games, right? Lost him, for almost the entirety of the 2020 season. Dak Prescott missed the game in 2021. We know he missed 5 games during the 2022 season. So the fact that CeeDee Lamb, has had back-to-back 1,100 yard seasons, right? Has made an All-Pro selection, has the most receptions and yards by a Dallas Cowboy wide receiver to start, their career over the first 3 seasons. He has more than earned that contract. There is not a wide receiver in Dallas Cowboy history who has had a better start to their career than CeeDee Lamb has. Not Dez Bryant, not Michael Irving, not anybody. Right? You can go all the way back to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson was not putting up the same production that CeeDee Lamb has done these first 3 years in Dallas. So, for anybody, any naysayer that might have something to say, because people are weird like that, man. Like, they will love you to death until you get paid. When you're struggling trying to make your way in the NFL, when you're a unknown, and you just break onto the scene, balling, they love you. But once you're an established player and it's time to get paid like an established player, then people turn sour. I don't understand that mindset, that train of thought, because we're not paying them. We ain't reaching our pockets and signing no checks for these players. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody has a problem with paying CeeDee Lamb, you shouldn't. He is one of the more accomplished young wide receivers in the league. He is one of the more accomplished wide receivers in Dallas Cowboy history to start a career. And really, he's your only option. When you look around the league, there is not a free agent wide receiver that can come in and give you the same level of production as CeeDee Lamb can. There's not anybody that will be available for trade that can give you the same, production as CeeDee Lamb. So really, the Dallas Cowboys have no other choice but to enumerate CeeDee Lamb. You let Amari Cooper walk to elevate CeeDee Lamb as your number one go-to wide receiver. And then the beautiful thing about it, he stepped up. He could have folded under pressure of being the number one, of having to carry the legacy of the 88. And that boy went right out there, had his best statistical season ever, right? Had a 100-yard game in the playoffs. So he did everything in his power. He did everything in his power to prove the Dallas Cowboys right, in trusting him to be their number one going forward. Desmond Ironman, what's up with you, man? Israel says, I'm thinking $25 to $27 million a year. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the wide receiver market real quick, right? Because the market is the market, and the market is going to dictate what you can give a player, what a player will be willing to play for, what their agent is going to be willing to get done. Because a lot of times, man, it's not only about the player, it's about their agent as well. Because their agent manages multiple different players, and when he's trying to recruit, more clients, he can turn to his current clients and say, hey, I made CeeDee Lamb the highest paid wide receiver of all time, or I made such and such the highest paid guard, or the highest paid tackle, or the highest paid quarterback, and he can rest his hat on that, for these other guys, for these other clients and other future clients that he has. So that's really why that, and the fact that the players have a union, they are always pushing for the next guy up to get more money, so the guy after him can get more money. It's always going to be the players and the agents against the front office. The front office wants to try and suppress different markets, as we've seen what happened with the running back market. They try to suppress that. They're cutting guys. They're making guys take pay cuts. They're trying to lower the financial hit league wide on running backs. So that's one of the reasons why the players have a union. That's one of the reasons why they have agents to fight for them to try and get this money, because the owners are trying to suppress these markets. The players are trying to expand the markets so that the guys behind them can get paid as well. So let's look at the wide receiver market. All right, so wide receiver contracts. And then I'm finna share the screen with y'all. He said, shouldn't we at least see if CD can have another good season before giving him all that money? Just let him play off his rookie contract. I'm gonna tell you why you can't do that. Because if you let CD Lamb play out his rookie contract and he continues to put up the numbers that he puts up, he will be the most sought after wide receiver in the National Football League, and then you would have to have a bidding war to keep him a Dallas Cowboy. Right. So, and then because the wide receiver market expands every year, right? We're talking about wide receivers getting $30 million. By the time that his contract is out, right, wide receivers might be making almost $40 million. Right? Because we're at the point now where quarterbacks will be making over 50. Quarterbacks will be making over $50 million. So, these markets are going to continue to expand. There's already wide receivers making $30 million as it is. So, the best way to go about it is to get out in front of it. Make sure that you get the contract. And then, the sooner as you come to the table, get a contract done, the sooner that contract is a discount. Look at Dak Prescott. He was one of the highest paid quarterbacks on paper when he first signed that contract. And now he's the 9th highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. There's 8 guys that make more money than Dak Prescott. What's up with you, Dwayne Brown? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. Salute to you. And it's like Mickey pointed out, CD got a lot of his numbers while Dak Prescott was out, right? Because remember, his rookie year, he still had almost 1,000 yards receiving as a raw rookie without Dak Prescott for 11 games. Dak Prescott missed 11 games in 2020, and CD Lamb still almost had 1,000 yards receiving. Then you turn around. The following year, he was better. He had 1,100 yards receiving. Then this year, he was even better than the year before. He had over 1,300 yards receiving. So, CD Lamb has 3 years of improving every year. He went from a 900-yard receiver to an 1,100-yard receiver to a 1,300-yard all-pro receiver. So, right now, CD Lamb has proven that he is at least a top 6 wide receiver because he's had 3 good years in a row. And he made an all-pro selection. There's only 6 all-pro wide receivers any given year. So CD Lamb is at least a top 6 wide receiver at this point in his career. So there's no need to wait any further. Right? So he's a top 6 wide receiver right now. You pay for that. And, really when these contracts, happen, you have to get them done as soon as possible. If you wait and see, then, you'll be waiting to see if they put on another jersey, basically. You go ahead and mitigate the risk now. You sign him. You forecast his future production, and you just go for it. It's the same thing with making investments, right? When you invest in something, you forecasting to predict your monetary gain, to mitigate the risk, so on and so forth. So you do the same thing when you invest in a wide receiver long term. He has improved every year. Franchise-wise, he's your best. He had the best start to a career of any wide receiver you ever had. Made an all-pro selection, meaning he solidified himself as a top 6 wide receiver currently, and he's only going to heading into his 4th year in the league. So yes, you go ahead and you slap a contract on CD Lamb, and the only thing that will stop CD Lamb is injury, and that's the same for any player. Right now, CD Lamb is on an upper trajectory. They're going to be moving to a West Coast system that's more wide receiver friendly, where he will not have to run a bunch of stop routes and comeback routes. We've seen his effectiveness in the slot, We've seen his ability to move around the field and be placed in a multitude of different wide receiver positions to be productive. So there is nothing to really wait for with CeeDee Lamb. Because if you wait to sign CeeDee Lamb, you will lose CeeDee Lamb. And I can't go through another seasonal heartbreak. I'm just now almost getting over losing Amari Cooper. I can't lose another number one wide receiver because my front office is incompetent. I can't do that. What's up with you, Michael Autry? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, man. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is going crazy. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is going crazy, man. Right, because hey, what's up with you, Mr. Langford? Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, this whole offseason, I seen nothing but this man working out, putting in work, getting bigger. You know, like he might working out with Dak Prescott still during the offseason. You know what I mean? So these guys could be doing anything under the sun. They rich. They young and rich. They can be out in Cabo or in Peru or some exotic location, you know, blowing money, splurging. But these boys is out here working on their craft. You know, they out here working on their craft so they can be better players for the 2023 season. So he's young. He got work ethic. He got production. You know, Dak Prescott likes him a lot, right? So you keep him around. You keep them around. You keep all your best players together for as long as you possibly can. You know, that's really how you extend your championship window. Stephen Harrison, salute to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. Yes, ma'am. Miss Patrice says she's down like 4 flats on the Cadillac. I know that's right. Thank you for putting on, showing love to the content, Miss Langford. Salute to you. So yeah, let's take a real quick look though at this wide receiver market. Right, because you know CeeDee Lamb deserves to be up here when you just think about it. Look at some of these names on here. Right, look at some of these names on here. AJ Brown, right? So let's not even look at the top 3. AJ Brown is getting $25 million a year. AJ Brown career high is making a second team All-Pro. CeeDee Lamb's career highest achievement so far is making second team All-Pro. You don't think he deserves to at least get $25 million? To at least get $25 million a year like AJ Brown? Then you look at Cooper Kupp. Like Cooper Kupp is great, but he signed that contract, you know, years ago. Like Cooper Kupp, $26.7 million, coming off a season when he was injured. CeeDee Lamb can probably make an argument he deserves to get a little bit more money than that, right? What's up, Hoodlum? Thank you for tapping in, showing love to the liquor store. Salute to you. All right, so let's go up to Tyreek Hill. Now, Tyreek Hill is one of the most explosive, dynamic wide receivers in the National Football League. You know, he's a Super Bowl champion. He's made numerous All-Pro selections. One of the best wide receivers that I've ever seen, just from his ability to get open, his pure speed. But you know, let's just keep it real. You know, the market is what the market is. Tyreek Hill making $30 million. He is not the best wide receiver in the National Football League. He is not the best wide receiver in the National Football League. So, you know, CeeDee Lamb getting $30 million to avoid making $35 million or $34 million in a year from now is fine by me. Because remember, it doesn't matter what the actual numbers say. It really matters about the cap hit. Because you can sign CeeDee Lamb to a 5-year deal or a 6-year deal, however long you want to make this contract, and you can backload this contract. You know, you can backload the contract, give them a very big signing bonus, mitigate the first 3 years of that contract, right? They can have a real low cap hit the first 3 years, and then you worry about the big money years, you know, towards the back end when that comes. Because you can just extend them again if he's balling and mitigate the cap hit again. So really, even if you give CeeDee Lamb $30 million a year, it's not really going to be $30 million a year. Same way that you gave Dak Prescott $40 million a year, right? And he has never cost the Dallas Cowboys $40 million against the cap. The first year that deal was like $17 million. The next year that deal was like $19 million. This year's like $25. And then next year it'll be $54, but we don't expect him to play I mean, next year will be 59, but we don't expect him to play on that 59 million, do we? We're expecting the Dallas Cowboys to give him an extension, and Dak Prescott's cap hit is going to drop again to probably below $30 million again. So that's why I say don't worry about the cap. The cap is made to be manipulated, and I've also said this. Y'all had imaginary friends growing up that is realer than a salary cap. Like that imaginary friend you had when you were 4 years old, they are realer than an NFL salary cap is. Because you can do whatever you want to the salary cap and get away with it. It's like murder. Like I'm being for real. Hey, same thing with I'm glad you said that. Same thing with Trayvon Diggs. You know that you will not find another ball hawking cornerback like Trayvon Diggs. All pro corners do not grow on trees. He does everything that you ask him to do. He plays in phase, out of phase. Like he follows the best wide receiver around and man coverage if you ask him to. He'll play trail technique if you ask him to. So he's gotten better year in and year out. So he's another guy that's on an upward trajectory that you should try and keep around as long as humanly possible. So yes, you go out your way and you give CeeDee Lamb a contract. But you also go out your way and you give Trayvon a contract. Like, really, like I said, sign all your young guys, man. If you sign your young guys as soon as humanly possible, you will extend your championship window. But real quick, though, man, let's take a real quick light break. I have 35 people. Oh, I have 40 people. I'm sorry. I have 40 people in the liquor store. I only got 28 likes on the page. 29 there that I liked it myself. So please, everybody has not yet done so. Please hit that like button for your boy. Please hit that share button for your boy. Hit them cash outs, hit them supers so y'all can enter into this ticket raffle so I can send you to this game, man. So salute to y'all. Thank y'all for the love. Let's get a little light break in here, and then I'll take some Q&A before we get out of here. Yeah. So yeah, I'll take some Q&A before we get out of here too, because I do have to get back to work in just a little bit, but put y'all questions in the chat box. All right. Any questions? Go ahead and drop them in the chat box. Y'all got any questions, concerns, or what? We'll move to the Q&A section of the show before we wrap it up in the liquor store. I'm afraid Cooks and Gilmore gonna have good years, and the Jones gonna use that against Lamb and Diggs and not want to pay them. I hope not. We know how they operate. Well, the thing about Gilmore, right? Gilmore only has a year left on his contract. So they'll still have to re-sign Stephon Gilmore before they can use that against Trayvon Diggs. Right? So one way or the other, you'll have to re-sign somebody because Stephon Gilmore is only a Dallas Cowboy for the 2022 season. If they want to retain him, they will have to give Stephon Gilmore a new contract. Brandon Cooks, it's more of a because Brandon Cooks also has 2 years. But because of Brandon Cooks' age and him only having 2 years, you can't pin him against CeeDee Lamb either because you'll have to give him an extension as well. Right? So, luckily for us, the two guys that they could possibly pin against each other, they're both older and both have expiring contracts, which was why we were able to trade for both of them, for a 5th round pick. So because they're both older and both need new contracts, they can't play the Stephon Gilmore against Trayvon Diggs game because you got to give Stephon Gilmore a new contract anyway. And then you can't play the Brandon Cooks against CeeDee Lamb game either because you got to put, you got to give Brandon Cooks a new deal as well because he only has, after this season, he'll only have a year left on his contract as well. So they're both pretty much in a similar situation. What do you think about our stopping the run defense? I think it's going to be greatly improved, not just marginally improved. We brought back Jonathan Hankins. The Dallas Cowboys were almost an entire yard better with him on the field. We also added Monty Smith, who was the best one tech in the NCAA last year, best run stopping defensive tackle. So, and the Dallas Cowboys threw a curveball. They are expecting to play them in tandem, beside each other. One of them going to be playing one tech, and one of them going to be playing three tech, from what I'm hearing. So, because both of those guys will be on the field at the same time, you should get better linebacker play, because the linebacker should be cleaner. They have easier pass to the football, into the backfield, to the quarterback and the running back. So I think our run defense will be better. And you still got DeMarcus Lawrence, who's one of the best defensive ends against the run, who can set the edge and do those little nuanced things that we don't really talk about. So I have no worries about our run defense. I think our run defense will be greatly improved as long as Mozzie Smith and Jonathan Hankins stay healthy. And then we still got big Bohannon. He going to his third year. Year 3 is usually when these defensive tackles round into form. And then she said, do I think that KJ will really improve? I think he has improved, because player progression is a real thing. The question is, how much better has he gotten? Right, that's going to be the question. Has he gotten good enough to get on the field over the run Bland or Jordan Lewis or Izzy McQuamu or any of the other guys? Because I believe he's gotten better. They're reporting that he's playing better. He might be able to find his way, onto the field situationally, depending on what's going on. Right, so we will see. So I think he's gotten better. The question is, how much better? So we'll just have to wait and see in regards to that. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Damn Dizzle, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my guy. Salute to you. What's up with you, JC? Thank you for tapping in. But yo, man, I'm finna depart from y'all, my good people. I gave y'all almost 40 minutes. I came off of lunch late, but I was able to give y'all some pretty decent content. I will. He said, who wins running back 2 and why? Right now, it'll probably be, if I had to take a random guess, the guy on the team that had the best chance of winning it is Malik Davis. He's played in a zone run scheme before. He played it in the zone run scheme in Florida, so he's used to the blocking scheme. He excelled at that blocking scheme. And if you just look at everybody else, I don't think Ronald Jones is that good. I already stated he'd probably be a camp body. I don't really know what we can get out of Deuce Vaughn with size. I think that they'll have him as a rotational piece, but I don't think that he can be a 3-down running back right now. So we will see. Landlord and West Coast are both doing fine. I'm probably going to do a show with West Coast later, and Landlord went out of town. So he's good, though. Excuse me. Do you think Mike is going to hold players accountable? Yes. Mike McCarthy is good at holding players accountable. He is very good at holding players accountable. All right, y'all. But hey, I'm gonna depart from y'all. I'll be back live later on today. Peace, God bless, and y'all continue to slap the shit out of Eagles fans because they don't know how to read, write, or do anything of substance. They damn sure don't know football. So God bless.